entertainment and political education through all the theatrals that they had. It was a special movement that we're still learning from today, and the fight still goes on in the fields. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Furutani. Mr. Davis.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. It is certainly an honor and privilege to rise in support of ACR 73 on behalf of members of the Legislative Black Caucus and on behalf of all Californians. Cesar Chavez truly was an American hero. I think one of the interesting things about him, before I just briefly touch on his leadership, is the fact that he served this country in World War II for 2 years. Not only was he a veteran in having fought for the freedoms of all of us in this country, but as we look at his leadership really leaves much for us to serve as an example for or to aspire to be like. He was, as Professor Dave Logan said, a level 5 leader. Dave says, who's a professor at USC, that there are five levels of leadership, and that often many of us are on the 3rd level. We feel that I am great and you are not. And of course, there's a level 4 that says we are great and you are not, and they are not. But then level 5 says life is great. In many ways, the leadership that Cesar Chavez exuded clearly reflected life is great. He was a level 5 leader. Not only did he fight for self-respect, for dignity, for fair wages, for working conditions that were humane for farm workers, but in addition to that, he was able to transcend his own leadership to collaborate with other leaders, such as Dr. Martin Luther King. And from those philosophies that they both shared, they also took some of the same principles from each other, one of which was the nonviolent but yet militant social movement to create change for the betterment. In summary, I will say this. What impresses me personally about Cesar Chavez is not only the movement that he led to change the condition of farm workers, but equally important, the recognition of the condition of farm workers that he gave to the farmers themselves, a better understanding of those people who worked for them. And so as we celebrate leadership, Cesar Chavez is an American leader of whom we all can feel proud. He possessed the same qualities that any great American leader has ever possessed, including fighting for his country. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Legislative Black Caucus, it is truly an honor and privilege to ask that you support ACR 73 for Cesar Chavez, and most importantly, that we celebrate Cesar Chavez Day.
Thank you, Mr.